Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Have you ever wondered just how far the human body can be pushed? What are our absolute limits when it comes to survival? Today, we're diving deep into the incredible, and sometimes terrifying, science of what happens when we take our bodies to the extreme. From the deepest oceans to the highest mountains, and even just going without the basics like sleep and water, our bodies are capable of some truly amazing feats. But there's always a breaking point. So let's explore together what happens when we reach that edge. First up, let's talk about something we all need: oxygen. Normally, we breathe air that's about 21% oxygen. But what happens when that level drops? If you climb a mountain like Everest, the air gets thinner. At high altitudes, you might start feeling dizzy, confused, and out of breath. This is called hypoxia. Your body tries to adapt by producing more red blood cells to carry what little oxygen is available, but it's a race against time. Without proper acclimatization, your brain and organs can start to shut down. In the most extreme cases, like being in a vacuum, you'd lose consciousness in about 15 seconds. It's not like in the movies, where people instantly explode. Instead, the lack of oxygen is the real, silent threat. Now, let's flip it. What about too much oxygen? It sounds like a good thing, right? Well, not exactly. Breathing pure oxygen at high pressures, like deep-sea divers sometimes have to, can be toxic. It can lead to something called oxygen toxicity, which can cause tunnel vision, nausea, and even seizures. It's all about balance. Our bodies are finely tuned to a very specific range, and going too far in either direction can be dangerous. It just goes to show that even something as vital as oxygen needs to be in the right amount for us to function properly. Okay, let's move from the air we breathe to the temperatures we can endure. How much heat can we really take? Our normal body temperature is around 37 degrees Celsius or 98.6 Fahrenheit. When we get hot, we sweat. That sweat evaporates and cools us down. But if the outside air is too hot and humid, sweat can't evaporate effectively. Your core temperature starts to rise. At around 40 degrees Celsius, you're in the danger zone for heat stroke. Your organs can start to fail, and your brain can be permanently damaged. The world record for the highest survived body temperature is an astonishing 46.5 degrees Celsius, but that is an extreme outlier. For most people, anything above 42 degrees is life-threatening. On the flip side, what about the cold? When you get cold, your body does everything it can to protect your vital organs. It starts by shivering to generate heat. Then, it restricts blood flow to your arms and legs to keep your core warm. This is why you get frostbite on your fingers and toes first. If your core temperature drops below 35 degrees Celsius, you have hypothermia. You'll become confused, clumsy, and your speech will slur. If it keeps dropping, your heart rate and breathing will slow down until, eventually, everything just stops. The lowest documented core body temperature someone has survived is a jaw-dropping 13.7 degrees Celsius. But this was under very specific medical circumstances. It shows the incredible resilience of the human body, but also how fragile we are against the elements. Now, for a big one, how long can a person go without water? You've probably heard the rule of 3. 3 minutes without air, 3 days without water, and 3 weeks without food. While this is a general guideline, the water part is pretty accurate. Water is essential for literally every process in our body. After just 1 day without it, you'll start to feel thirsty and tired. By day 2, you might stop urinating. Your mouth will be incredibly dry, and your mind will be foggy. By day 3, your organs, especially your kidneys, will start to fail. The exact time someone can survive depends on factors like the temperature and their activity level. But going much beyond 3 or 4 days is almost impossible. Dehydration is a swift and serious danger. And what about food? This is where the human body's survival mechanisms really shine. We can last much longer without food than without water because our bodies can tap into our energy reserves. First, it uses up the glucose in our blood and liver. After that, it starts burning fat. This is why we have fat stores, in the first place, as a long-term energy source. The body can be surprisingly efficient at this. After burning through the fat, it will, As a last resort, start breaking down muscle and organ tissue for protein. This is when things get really critical. People have been known to survive for over 2 months without food, especially if they have access to water. The famous hunger striker Mahatma Gandhi once fasted for 21 days while still drinking water. It's a testament to our body's ability to adapt and endure. Let's switch gears and talk about pressure. We live at the bottom of an ocean of air with a constant pressure of about 1 atmosphere pressing down on us. We're used to it, but what happens if we go deep underwater? For every 10 meters you descend, the pressure increases by 1 atmosphere. Deep-sea divers face immense pressure that can crush the air spaces in their bodies, like their lungs and To survive, they have to breathe special gas mixtures at the same pressure as the surrounding water. But coming back up is just as dangerous. If they ascend too quickly, dissolved gases in their blood can form bubbles, like opening a soda bottle. This is cahier de Benz, and it can cause excruciating pain, paralysis, or even death. The record for the deepest scuba dive is over 332 meters. The pressure at that depth is like having a bus parked on every square inch of your body. Now, let's talk about G-forces, the force of acceleration. At 1 G, we feel our normal body weight. On a roller coaster, you might experience 4 or 5 Gs for a few seconds. Fighter pilots, however, have to endure up to 9 Gs. At that force, it feels like your body weighs 9 times its normal amount. The biggest problem is that it forces blood away from your brain and down to your feet. This can cause you to lose vision, a phenomenon called grayout or blackout, and then lose consciousness. Pilots wear special gizuts that inflate and squeeze their legs to help keep the blood in their upper body. Pushing against these incredible forces requires intense physical and mental training. What about sleep? It might not seem as dramatic as a deep-sea dive, but sleep deprivation is a serious test of endurance. After just 24 hours without sleep, your cognitive function is similar to someone with a blood alcohol content of 0.10%. You'll have trouble with memory, focus, and decision-making. As the days go on, it hits worse. You might start to experience mood swings, paranoia, and even hallucinations. The world record for staying awake is about 11 days and 25 minutes, set by Randy Gardner in 1964. By the end, he was struggling to speak and had severe cognitive and sensory issues. While he recovered, chronic sleep deprivation can lead to serious long-term health problems. Sleep is not a luxury. It's a fundamental biological need for our brain and body to repair and reset. So, from the crushing depths of the ocean to the thin air of the highest peaks, and the simple daily needs for water and sleep, our bodies are constantly navigating a world of extremes. We are both incredibly tough and surprisingly fragile. Science has helped us understand these limits, and technology has helped us push past them in some cases. But at our core, we are biological beings, finely tuned for survival on this planet. Learning about these limits gives us a profound respect for the incredible machine that is the human body. What do you think is the most incredible feat of human endurance? Let me know down in the comments. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Thanks so much for watching today. If you enjoyed this journey to the edge of human limits, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more content just like this. Stay curious, and we'll see you in the next video.